we believe the majority of people just got one step closer with a 6-1 vote and approval of the resolution. So the hard work, the unity among these organizations, we think this is reflective of what the DeKalb community truly looks like, what the city of Decatur truly looks like. And so this is a people's victory for all of the young people that marched with us through the streets and the historians that presented and all of the communities and churches that have been organizing. This is a very positive step forward as we continue to fight and continue to struggle to have this monument removed.
And Sarah, I always ask you this question: what happens now? What's next?
Well, next we have 30 days that we're going to be waiting while the commission decides what it is that they want to do with this monument. They're going to figure out what they can legally do under current state law and come up with a plan for where they can relocate the monument.
Gerald, what would you like to see happen?
I would like to see it put in this historical context, which is in the museum or in a cemetery, or just removed. And so this is a big step for the community. It's a big step for all of Georgia, that they can see a community as progressive as Decatur, Dekalb County, take a positive step to removing the remnants of a failed insurrection against the United States.
So what was Jeff's substitute about? How did it differ from the original?
So in committee, he suggested an amendment that would allow for some historical context to be added wherever it goes, so that this monument won't be standing by itself telling its fake story of a Confederacy that was honorable and fought for anything other than slavery. After our monument panel discussion with a lot of historians where Commissioner Rader attended, he realized how important it is to tell more than just the story that's on that monument, that we need to give both sides of it and the right side of it that tells the true history of both the Civil War and 1908 when that monument went up.
And who was the one commissioner that opposed?
Nancy Jester.
Yes.
Do you know why?
She's not had any contact with us, so I don't know what she's thinking.
She did not attend the panel discussion with the historians. We sent invitations to all because we think that their vote should be based and grounded in some historical information and some factual information, and that was the very reason that these organizations brought together all of these experts on the issue. Unfortunately, she wasn't there, so it couldn't be based on any of the historical and factual information that was discussed at that gathering. So it's unfortunate.
And there's one thing on behalf of the Georgia NAACP. We hope this sends a message to the rest of Georgia that it's time to remove these monuments. The city of Atlanta needs to remove the monuments. The state of Georgia needs to remove monuments, just like the city of Decatur and just like DeKalb County's in the process. So this is a message to the rest of Georgia that this is how Georgia is reflective in 2017. We need to move forward in that spirit.
And I would just like to add that not only is this Confederate statue the one that we're fighting, there's some on Covington Highway, which sits in the city of Stonecrest, that there was a 5-1 vote to have that one removed as well. So the fight and the struggle continues, and we are trying to make sure that it does send a message throughout Georgia that we want all Confederate statues, monuments, and historical markers removed.
Does that include Stone Mountain, the big one?
Yes. That includes Stone Mountain as well. Yes. We do have some, there is an action item for us to figure out what we can actually do with the Stone Mountain monument as well.